Well, welcome, to the talking to Mark Miller, TT0 press conference, the first TT0 race, a full part of the Isle of Man TT, and our top three: third place for James McBride, second for Rob Barber, and a TT win for Mark Miller. Let's start with James. Obviously, it's a Kettering Isle of Man combo that's got you onto the podium.
Yeah, it all started last year when Dan, local lad, had a crash in the 600 Supersport race, and I came in as reserve at the last minute last year, and we've carried on the relationship.
How much have you been involved in the development of the bike?
A little bit since Christmas. I came over probably February, March time, and we tested up at Derby Airfield and made a note of a dozen improvements to make, and we've gone in that direction.
88.6 as an average lap speed is very respectable.
Yeah, we didn't do the first lap the other night, and we did the second lap on Monday, about 80 mile an hour. So yeah, 88 mile an hour is quite an improvement, 10%. Yeah.
In your opinion, how do you see these bikes developing in the next, say, 5 years?
I think they really will come on. Electronics is moving on all the time, surely. We must see that with mobile phones, simply, with the battery technology. So making them lighter and smaller and more powerful, who knows where we'll be in 10 years. We might all have an electric vehicle on our driveway. James
McBride, congratulations. Third place on the podium. And in second place, last year's winner of the TTXGP is Rob Barber. And Rob couldn't quite make it two in a row, but second place.
Yeah, like I say, we stuck to the game plan. The game plan was to go hard right from the start and try and push Miller into going a little bit harder to catch me. He stuck to his game plan and obviously made it back to the end. But yeah, I'm really happy for him. I'm happy for all these guys that are doing this sort of work. They're all great guys, you know. Michael Shiz, the amount of passion and energy that he puts into it, same as Arvind and Cedric. They're just so passionate about this technology, and I'm just really happy for everybody who finished or even got on the start line, to be honest. It just needs a few more people like Cedric and Arvind and Michael Shiz to up the numbers on the grids.
89, so you did go better than last year.
Yeah, I was sweating towards the end there. As we were coming down to the Craig, we're real low on voltage, and we creeped across the line. But my plan was always to go really hard from the start and try and to break the MotoShiz's game plan, really.
But was that a gamble in respects, because you might have not had enough juice to get over the mountain?
Oh, definitely. I knew when I come into Ramsey Airpin, I looked down at the voltmeter and I thought, this is going to be close. This is going to be really close. But I just monitored my voltmeter as I went up the mountain and tried my best to keep my momentum up. The fairing we were running, we made some improvements from second practice, and we were getting really good efficiencies from it. So I was really impressed, like massive, like 50 volts difference on the readings just by making a small modification to the fairing. We just need a bit more time on the controllers and things, and I think we can take it to MotoShiz next year, definitely.
Did you have an optimum level you knew you had to have in reserve to get up the mountain?
Yeah, and we were right on that limit.
And what was it?
75 volts. 75 volts off throttle coming into Parliament Square, and we were bang on 75 volts. So I knew I was going to be sweating when I come down from the 33rd, and yeah, I was sweating.
Well, congratulations. Second place in the TT0 for Rob Barber. And our race winner and a TT winner now is Mark Miller. You look pretty emotional when you heard the American anthem playing there on the podium.
Well, you just don't hear that every day, do you? You know, and it's like, we'll take it any way we can get it. That was fantastic for me. I mean, this is a, you know, I know it's just an electric bike race, but it's a lot of hard work went into this.
It's not just an electric bike race, it's a TT race.
Oh, I'll take it, dude. I'll take it. You know, that was really cool hearing the American anthem at the Isle of Man TT races. I mean, come on. I've been on the podium at Macau with David Jeffries and Michael Rudder, and now I've got to actually walk up on one of these. I mean, one way, shape, or form, I got to experience this. So yeah, I'm stoked.
Any disappointment you didn't quite crack the 100? I told you and you sort of screamed out, oh no.
It's just hard. You do the math and we basically got half what we needed back. We need another about 30 seconds. And the thing I'm proud about is that we stuck to the plan, and we have just about enough reserve left over across on the finish line at full blast. So, you know, I'm happy to take the win, to be honest. The 96 will come, or the 100-mile-an-hour will come, but, you know, it's all good, dude.
How do you think this race will develop now in the future, now that it's got official TT status?
There's no question in my mind that a couple short years from now, this is going to be a smoking race, and people are going to really be waiting for it because it's such a fun thing. And I think a lot of the fans who are waving at me and stuff like that, they're getting it, and they can hear the bikes go by their tennis shoes, and it's a different thing, and it's still fast. You know, I did 135 miles an hour on the Solby straight, and it's still quick. It's not like it's slow and boring. It's actually fast and eerily quiet. So I think it's going to take off. I think there's going to be a lot of worldwide interest in this race for years to come, and it's going to bring people to the island to see the races, and a lot of technicians and engineer types and computer nerds, and I'm happy to be a part of it. This is cool.
And just finally, you're going to go back home as a TT winner. What do you think the reception's going to be like?
I think it'll be cool, man. The press is into it. You know, Jimmy Moore, myself, and a couple of the other guys are happy to have the American presence here. Every year it's growing in popularity and interest, and it's just something else to write about. I think we got someone here from the New York Times today, and I mean, that's a big deal. So it's all good. I'm happy.
And I can say to Eunice upstairs that Mark does say hello, our producer upstairs in the tower. So there's our top three for the TT0 race. Third, James McBride. Second, it's Rob Barber. And our TT0 winner, and he's now broken his duck as a TT winner on the Isle of Man, Mark Miller.